Um, do you receive Social Security, disability, or anything?
No.
So how do you survive? How do you make your money?
I get a food card and I panhandle.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm not trying anymore on that level. You start getting very serious about what you consider important, and you start trusting your God, and you don't worry about things anymore. You just deal with the trouble that comes, and there is trouble coming if you come here and you don't have a bunch of money.
And I was kind of reading your like your attitude before we even started, and I kind of felt like this was gonna happen.
You're asking very personal, deep-seated
Your
questions.
college? Did you go to college? They're very normal questions.
Sir, I'd appreciate it. You send it right now. What's up, man?
What's up, YouTube? TopFlight USA back with another one. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. What's your name, age, and where you from?
I am B from Raleigh, and I am almost 60.
You're almost 60 years old. And your nickname is B.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you from Raleigh, born and raised?
No, sir.
Okay. You represent Raleigh. Been here most of your life?
Yeah, about 10 years now.
Okay. And how's it been for the 10 years you've been here?
Pretty rough, man. It's a hard town. It's a very expensive town to live in.
Okay.
Very expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot of gentrification here.
Yep.
They're changing everything up. The city looks completely different than how it was 10 years ago.
Dude, skyscrapers, well, what we call skyscrapers in North Carolina are just going up left and right here in this town. It's, I guarantee you there's 10 different buildings been built in the past 3 years. I've never seen that in a town I've lived in before.
Right. By this being the capital, it's a lot of money coming through the city. And we can see it with our very own eyes. What is your situation right now? Are you homeless?
Homeless because the cost of living in this town is a minimum of $1,300 for a one-bedroom apartment in a crack neighborhood.
Okay.
I mean, that's the cheapest apartment you're going to get. Simple as that. Unless you've got some connections or some kind of government program going on or something, you got to be making, from what I figured, you got to be making $60,000 a year to live here. And then you're not going to save much money after that.
Right. The inflation is ridiculous. And you are correct about $1,300 for about a one bedroom. I looked it up myself because I was thinking about moving to Raleigh. The prices are ridiculous. It's crazy. And you're correct again about you should be making around, at the minimum, $60,000 a year to just live normal, which is crazy.
And the highest, the average pay when you go look for a job, unless you've got a college degree, the highest pay you're going to find is like, if you get 20, you're good. If you've got a special talent, like I do carpentry work and stuff, I had a $22 an hour job, but at almost 60 years old, I couldn't keep up with the people. They're a bunch of young guys, and they're just running circles around me. You've got to be making 30, 35 an hour to survive.
Right. I definitely agree with you. It's getting very hard, and I can see why there's so many homeless nowadays. Do you receive Social Security, disability, or anything?
No.
So how do you survive? How do you make your money?
I get a food card and I panhandle.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm not trying anymore on that level. I'm doing some other things. What I'm doing is really not YouTube's business, but you better have something going on if you come to this town.
Okay. You got to be making some money some kind of way.
Exactly.
I definitely
And
understand
I
that.
seriously suggest it be legitimate money.
Right. You said you're not going down that road again as far as working.
No, I'm too old. I'm too old. I mean, you get a job, you get on the bus, you ride for 2 hours to get to your job because the town's so big, and then you ride 2 hours back. So you spend over 12 hours a day just trying to do a job, and you get paid 8 hours for it. And if you're making 20, 22 an hour, you do the math. It doesn't work out.
Okay. Why not just get a cheap car and use that as transportation?
Well, my personal problem as far as a driver's license are my business, but you can try that if you want. You just added the 4 hours a day to the car and the gas money and the insurance and the tags and all that is what you just did. So you're still working 12 hours a day to do an 8-hour a day job.
I disagree.
Well, brother, all I can say is do it and see. Do it and see.
What if your job is close by your house or wherever you live in?
Well, you can get you a close job like we're sitting there on Boulevard, and you can go over here and work at the AutoZone for $12 an hour and see how far that gets you. Or you can go to the Handy Hugo's and work for $10 an hour and see where that gets you. Or you can go down here to the tire store and work for $14 an hour and see where that gets you.
Okay.
You better bring some real skills if you come to this town, because they don't care and you only get one chance. That's all you get in this town is one chance.
And why do you say that?
Because the moment you mess up, nobody wants to talk to you again.
Okay. And the nobody is, who are you referring that to?
Anybody that I've ever dealt with.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
It's just a rough place to live, man. It can be a beautiful place to live if you got plenty of money. But that's just the way life is today. You start getting very serious about what you consider important. And you start trusting your God, and you don't worry about things anymore. You just deal with the trouble that comes. And there is trouble coming if you come here and you don't have a bunch of money.
Okay. You're scratching the surface on what you really want to say, and I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that. Could you get deeper in that last comment you said?
You better be educated, have a high-paying job if you come to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay. So,
or ready to work your tail off till the day.
okay. What about the people that might say, well, it's jobs out there, you just have to find them?
It's not about finding jobs. It's about finding jobs that will actually pay the bills.
Right.
And at $20 an hour, you barely make it. You barely make it.
And that's as far as a single household, just
A
one
single
person.
individual.
Now, what about the couples, the married couples?
Well, You know, if you double your income, your actual costs go down a little bit because there's two people, not one. And there's double the money, but you're gonna fight like to stay on your feet.
Have you ever tried that aspect as far as living?
No, because I'm not gonna marry a lady unless I love her.
Okay. What about just being in relations with her?
No, that's improper as far as my Christian beliefs are.
Okay. So whoever you deal with, you have to marry.
Whoever you love is who you marry.
Okay. And you don't see yourself falling in love anytime soon?
Well, no, sir, I really don't. But maybe so. Who knows?
Okay. Well, all right, B, man. This conversation is kind of interesting because it makes me want to understand or get to want to know how was your upbringing a little bit. Did you grow up in a 2-parent household?
Yes.
Okay. Did you graduate high school?
Yes.
Did you go to college?
I did a year of college. A year
Okay.
of yes.
And what did you?
Architectural.
Architectural. All right. And after college, did you get a job as far as your degree?
Yes. Built houses.
Okay. And how did that work for you?
Just another job. Just another job, man. Nothing special.
Okay. Did it have any like retirement plans to go with the job?
No. No.
Okay. Was that the only type of job you carried for a long time? Or the only field that you was in?
For the most part. I did some other things that we're not going to talk about today as far as like construction is concerned.
Okay.
But if you've got to keep it all together 24/7, 365 days a year. You got to keep it together if you're going to survive in a place like this.
Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out, and we're almost done with this interview, but what I'm trying to figure out is where did the homelessness come in at? Because you went to college.
Years of trying, years of when you're a little too kind, when you're a little too compassionate, a little too understanding. People take advantage because all they care about is driving their nice cars and doing what they want to do.
Okay.
And they don't care about you.
But as far as yourself, you had a degree.
Myself?
Yes.
Sir, my personal issues are not for this interview.
No, it's...
They're not for this interview.
Yeah, it's not about being personal, but it's just as far as the things that you already said. As far as like your college degree, the type of field you worked. I'm just trying to figure out where was the downfall? Where did the downfall come in at? Because it seemed like you had it all together.
Dealing with very evil, ugly people in my life, trying to do business, and then you find out most people, or if not most, I say at least 50% of the people on this planet are full, and they all they care about is their own pocket. They don't care about doing the right thing. And when you have a Christian upbringing, you know that you can only do the right thing, not the wrong thing. And that's pretty much what comes in. You got to read between the lines on that one. And
Okay.
I got nothing more to say on that.
Yeah, I'm trying to read between the lines.
Got no more to say on that.
So you went to college, you had a decent job. None of your jobs had retirement plans.
No.
That's what stuck out to me. Do you feel like that's where the mistake was at?
No. that wasn't where this. It's not a mistake. It's just the way things are. Life is what it is. There's not a mistake. There's not a guaranteed formula to success or any of that. There's none of that.
Okay.
There's none of that. It's all who you are and how you handle your own affairs. That's it. And if you mess up and you don't handle your affairs properly, then you're screwed. It's that simple.
Right.
And I really don't want to speak on this topic anymore, please.
What topic are you talking about?
What you're asking me, sir.
As far as your job?
As far as any of this is concerned, this is a little too personal, and I don't wish to talk about it anymore.
Okay. You don't wish to do the interview anymore, or you don't wish to talk about your jobs and stuff like that?
You want to talk about other things about Raleigh and so forth, I'll tell you all about it. But yeah, as far as my personal information is concerned, we're pretty much done on that.
Okay, well, I think we're going to be done on it. As far as the interview process go, it's just a conversation. And I was kind of reading your attitude before we even started, and I kind of felt like this was gonna happen. I'm just asking basic questions.
No, you're asking very personal, deep-seated questions.
Your job.
You're asking very personal, deep-seated questions.
Your college. Did you go to college? They're very normal questions.
Sir, I'd appreciate it. You send it right now. Whether the agreement works or not.
Okay. All right.